I'm Dr. Richard Custodio. I'm a medical doctor here in the Philippines. I'm practicing emergency room medicine. So I usually see patients who are rushed into the hospital. So I studied very hard, took up medicine, graduated fourth place in medicine, and studied and trained in one of the big hospitals, the Philippine General Hospital here in the Philippines. So if you like blood, you're gonna enjoy the emergency room. So since I was a kid, I've dreamt of becoming a doctor, which came true. I studied really hard for that. So in FirstVitaPlus, I got invited also. So welcome to all the first-time listeners who got invited tonight. So usually doctors are more trained on medicine, synthetic drugs, surgery, special kinds of treatment. Seldom do doctors believe in alternative medicine. And this is what I learned about FirstVitaPlus. It opened my mind to alternative ways of healing. That's why I'm a proud doctor of FirstVitaPlus. So we try to take a holistic approach in treating the patient, including the disease. So I joined FirstVitaPlus 15 years ago, August 8th. So I will be with you for the whole lifetime. So don't worry if you're just starting in FirstVitaPlus. There are so many people who are here, 100% willing to guide you. So from all over the world, don't worry, don't hesitate to join. If you want to join, I think you're making the right decision. That's what I did 15 years ago. No regrets until now. So I'm going to be with you for life in this health program. So what is FirstVitaPlus? It is a health program because people should not be getting sick if they are really concerned about health. They know how to take care of their bodies. So our most important wealth is our health. This is, I think, one of the oldest sayings that still rings true until, especially now, where so many diseases are brought about by the wrong lifestyle. The choices that we make every day, usually they are the sources of why we get sick. So I don't think anyone wants to get sick. What will you do with your life if you can't even get out of bed without somebody else assisting you? Do you want to be bedridden, wheelchair bound? You have to go urinate and do your thing on the bed. You can't even get up. No, so we want to be healthy to enjoy life to the fullest. You cannot enjoy life if you are sick, especially with cancer, stroke, heart attacks, diabetes. This can really affect our lifestyle. So I think everyone agrees that it is important to become healthy. And that's why I am here, to guide you to become healthy. So let us now talk about diseases. There are literally so many things around us that can give us disease. Not just COVID-19. There are literally thousands of kinds of viruses, bacteria, microbes, parasites, fungus, different kinds of infection that can enter our body. And added to that, there are so much chemicals now in our environment. Pollution, chemicals from factories, from car exhaust, and even from secondhand cigarette smoke. They are literally everywhere. Toxins, chemicals that can cause different types of damages, including cancer. So our body should have a 24/7 defense system. And we actually have that. We call that the immune system. So we should learn how to make our immune system strong, because microbes, chemicals, toxins are literally everywhere. 24/7, they are trying to enter our body. But these are not the most dangerous kinds of diseases. Let me show you the top causes of death worldwide. Number 1 is still heart disease. If you analyze very Well, if you take time to analyze, heart disease doesn't come from the outside. It comes from the wrong lifestyle. Heart disease kills 49,000 people per day. So as we end our day today, 49,000 will never see tomorrow. So every day, 49,000 people die because of heart disease. 26,000 people die because of different types of cancers. So these are more deaths than actually what is happening in COVID-19. The COVID-19 deaths are nothing compared to deaths that are usually related to wrong lifestyle. So heart disease and cancer, I'm going to focus on these two diseases. Lifestyle is what's really the problem right now. You can get sick if you have the wrong lifestyle. The guy on the left keeps on smoking. He already has black lungs. The girl in the middle, she has liver cirrhosis because of drinking too much alcohol. We have no one else to blame. We get sick because of the wrong choices we make. So smoking and alcohol drinking are, I think, two of the most common types of vices, bad habits, that contribute to our being unhealthy. And it won't take overnight. For example, you smoke today. You will not get sick tomorrow. You might not even get sick for 10, 20 years. That's why you feel fine. That's why you think that it's not dangerous. Wrong. Smoking and alcohol drinking the damage accumulates slowly throughout the years. You won't even feel it. But once you are sick because of them, it is already too late. Liver cirrhosis and lung cancer are irreversible. There's no turning back if you already have these kinds of diseases. So I would recommend a lifestyle change as early as possible. So the girl on the far right, she has stomach cancer. And this is one of the scariest latest research that I've come across. Cancers from the gastrointestinal tract, our intestines, where the food passes, are usually increasing in number. Colon cancer, cancer of the tongue, cancer of the throat, cancer of the esophagus, stomach, even cancer of the anus, the last part of our digestive system. Everything has a chance of developing cancer. Why is that? Because we have so many foods and drinks that are very cancerous. Full of artificial chemicals. So many foods that usually, when I study them, they're usually the favorite food of people nowadays. Full of artificial coloring, artificial flavoring, just to name a few. Preservative food additives. So the food nowadays is not the same as the food from a long time ago. No? It is chemical based right now. That's why colon cancer kills more than breast cancer. More people die from colon cancer right now. So this is the picture of a stomach cancer. So in the Philippines, I take this very seriously because according to our data, heart disease and vascular diseases are number 1 and 2. So usually doctors combine them into one diseases. They are called cardiovascular diseases. So it's considered one disease. So 1 and 2 can be combined into a single group of diseases. And then the second one is cancer. So practically we have the same problem, similar all over the world. How can we fight heart disease? How can we fight cancer? So they are not infectious. You cannot get heart disease from other people. You cannot get cancer like COVID. When somebody sneezes, you get cancer. It is not infectious. Heart disease and cancer, remember, these are lifestyle related. How well are you living your life? There's no one else to blame. If you abuse your body, be ready to be sick. Time will come. Your body cannot fight anymore. So, what usually causes heart disease? These are the usual snacks that I see that can harm the body. Soft drinks, junk food, potato chips, cookies, chocolates, high frosting food, rich in sugar, trans fat, artificial ingredients. These can add damage to the body in the long term because we eat every day, 3 times a day, sometimes 5 times a day. So imagine if we eat unhealthy food every time. The body will have a threshold point that it cannot already contain all the damage that you've been giving it. The past 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, suddenly the body will just collapse from accumulated damage, especially from the usual snacks. And these are the snacks that I think children at a young age love to eat. So usually bad habits start at a young age. We start very young. We get used to unhealthy food. So even an adult, roasted pig, just fried chicken, fried chicken intestine, fast food, they are very high in cholesterol. So I'm going to talk about 2 kinds of bad cholesterol. I'm going to focus on these 2, trans fat and saturated fat. These are the cholesterol that you should avoid, especially the trans fat. So you can see here hamburger, french fries, fast food, maybe you like pizza, donuts, anything deep fried, peanuts, potato chips. So these kinds of food are rich in bad cholesterol. So let's go deeper in our discussion. One kind of bad cholesterol is called trans fat. I'm warning you, this is the most dangerous kind of fat. It can give us diabetes, it can give us heart disease, it can give us blood vessel diseases, and it can trigger so many types of cancers. So this is fat that can cause diabetes. So sometimes I have diabetic patients coming to me telling me, doctor, I've cut down on my rice, carbohydrates. I don't eat sweets. Nothing with sugar. How come my blood sugar is still high? I'm controlling my diet. They forgot to stay away from trans fat. Trans fat can increase blood sugar. So where do we get trans fat? Different kinds of processed meat. Artificial creamers, the one we usually put in our coffee, the instant coffee. Fast food, stop eating fast food. Baked goods, cakes, donuts, pastries, deep fried food, potato chips, french fries, crackers, usual snacks, and even buttered popcorn. So they can cause heart disease, they can cause cancer and diabetes. I'm trying to look at your video screen to see if someone is looking sad. Maybe you have a food here that's your favorite. So a little tip, practical tip, if you're going to the grocery or buying food from the supermarket, take extra time to look at the label. It will take you just a few seconds from the front or the back. Look for the no trans fat sign and choose only the food that is packaged with this sign. So that this is a step for you to become more healthy. Okay, let's go to the second kind, the second bad cholesterol. It's called saturated fat. Okay, saturated fat is found almost in all meat. Beef, lamb, pork, liver, organ food, chicken, poultry, remove the skin, it's high in cholesterol. Dairy products including milk, cheese, butter, and one of the children's favorite, ice cream. So these kinds of food can increase your saturated fat. I think we cannot totally avoid these kinds of food, especially the meat. So what I would recommend is eat in small amounts. So if you're still hungry after you've eaten your meal, don't add rice, don't add meat. You add fruits and vegetables. That's why FirstVitaPlus is here. So for example, in lunch a while ago, I was eating and I still wasn't full after I've eaten my portion of meat. I've eaten 1 cup of rice and I still feel hungry. What did I do? I drank 2 sachets of FirstVitaPlus and it made me completely full. At least I added fruits and vegetables. That's a more healthier option. We should get full with fruits and vegetables, not with extra rice or extra meat. So I would recommend for saturated fat, you can still eat, but limit your amount. So trans fat, you avoid completely. Okay, why should we limit or avoid the 2 cholesterols? Because these are the cholesterol that build up in our arteries. You can see here in my drawing, the artery above this blood vessel is very healthy. So the blood will flow without any problem. Now look below. We have a yellow cholesterol plaque inside the artery. That's why the blood will flow only half of its clean area before. Only half of this area, the blood can only pass half because this area is blocked by the hardened cholesterol. We can see the cholesterol hardened. If you don't wash your dishes, the cholesterol will stick to the plate and begin to harden in just 30 minutes. Imagine if you have too much cholesterol inside your blood. It will harden after 2 years, 3 years, and it will become stone-like. Very, very difficult to remove. Very, very difficult to dissolve. So cholesterol will stick to cholesterol. That's why layer by layer, all the cholesterol will accumulate usually in a single area. And it will cause blockage of the blood flow, which then leads to heart attacks, heart killer diseases, hypertension. And if it happens in the brain, it's called stroke, either hemorrhagic or ischemic stroke. These are dangerous kinds of diseases. Patients can become comatose if they suffer a massive brain bleeding or massive stroke. So it can also be fast. Today you're okay, tomorrow maybe you're brain dead. Stroke is usually fast when it attacks. So I repeat, limit your saturated fat intake, avoid trans fat. So maybe you took a picture of my examples a while ago. You can paste it in front of your refrigerator to remind you always what not to eat. Okay, let's go to cancer. Cancer is our second killer worldwide. It's a circular body. It's a cell with a circular body and tentacle-like projections. Now, cancer cells have numerous tentacles, which allow them to crawl inside our body. It can actually spread by crawling. It's microscopic, it's very small, it can go anywhere it wants to. Any organ is prone to get cancer. And why is cancer dangerous? Because they won't stop multiplying. So this cancer cell will divide. It will become 2, then 4, 8, 16, exponentially. It's a fast multiplier. That's why cancer patients usually feel a lump that is slowly growing. After 1 month, it can double in size. Why? Because cancer cells are multiplying. And it will take any direction when it crawls out of the lump or the mass. So from the lumps, the cancer can crawl to the bones. Cancer can eat any organ, including bones. It can destroy any organ that it chooses to eat. That's why cancer patients usually lose weight. The cancers are eating up the insides of the patient. The patient will cough up blood. if the patient has lung cancer. Colon cancer patients, usually they have bloody stools. Kidney cancer, usually they have bloody urine. So usually the cancer triggers the bleeding. Cancer will eat us from the inside. That's why no one can survive if the cancer is already widespread. No one can survive multiple organ failure. The organs will fail one by one. If the cancer can overwhelm them, then eventually the patient has already 3 to 6 months to live. That's the usual. Once the patient is deteriorating because of cancer, usually that's 3 to 6 months to live. So what kind of food and drinks should we avoid? So again, you see processed meat. So hamburger, there's also pizza again. And then now hot dogs. This is, I think, very common in children, especially the super red hot dogs. It contains trans fat because it's processed meat. And they contain also nitrogen compounds. Sodium nitrate, sodium nitrite. Canned goods that contain meat. When you look at the ingredients, they contain nitrogen compounds, which can give an increased risk for cancer. So, 2 reasons why they are very cancerous, okay? Nitrogen compounds and the trans fat. So, as much as possible, avoid processed meat. Next, deep fried food. French fries and potato chips are the most common types of deep fried food. Okay, when deep frying potato, the deep fry itself causes acrylamide formation. Okay, acrylamide is very cancerous, especially if you reuse the oil that you use for cooking. So the oil was already used yesterday. You're going to use it again. Acrylamide will accumulate more and more. The more times you use the oil, the more acrylamide it contains, the more cancerous it becomes. So please throw away your old oil, cooking oil. That's very dangerous. That's very cancerous. So, I think avoid using deep fry as a usual process of cooking. You can find other ways to cook your food. Do not deep fry always your food. It's an unhealthy way of cooking. Okay. For us to be healthy, don't drink soft drinks on a regular basis. So people sometimes drink this like water. If you get thirsty, you drink soft drinks. That's bad. If you're thirsty, drink FirstVitaPlus or drink pure water. That's a healthier option. Don't make this your thirst quencher. Soft drinks should not be taken on a regular basis. So drink soft drinks when there's a celebration, per occasion, not weekly. Do not take this, like a habit. No, this should not be a habit. So birthdays is fine. Rarely, better. Don't drink. That's perfect. If you stop completely drinking. This is highly acidic. It contains so many drink additives, chemicals, preservatives. It has linked to hyperacidity, ulcer, diabetes, dental cavities, tooth decay. It has many diseases that have been linked already to soft drinks. So this is one unhealthy drink that we don't need. That's why I'm giving all my efforts to promote FirstVitaPlus as a much healthier alternative. And finally, avoid junk food, cookies, and crackers. These are very cancerous. And I see so many children, they love this, especially junk food. The name itself is already its description. It has totally no nutritional value. It's junk or it's trash. You try to crush the junk food. It contains nothing but air. So some junk food are 100% chemicals. including the one that is pictured here. So you can see junk food that contain only air. So when you crush them, they smell nice, they taste highly addicting. You get colors on your fingers because of the artificial coloring. The flavoring is chemical, it's synthetic, and it has lots of preservatives. So junk food can give us too many chemicals that can trigger cancer formation. Stop eating junk food. Some cookies and crackers. Usually majority are very cancerous. So now, okay, there are so many other cancerous foods. I just highlighted the ones that are usual in the diet. So if you avoid them, that's a big step of becoming healthier. So our body usually has signals. How do you know if your body is becoming weak? The body sends signals to you. Like here are the signs. Do you have frequent cough and colds already? Do you get infected easily? Somebody sneezes, the next day you catch the flu, you catch the virus. Is your body weak in defending you against common colds and diseases? Chronic fatigue. Do you feel weak most of the time? When you exercise, do you recover slowly than usual? High sugar levels can weaken the immune system. That's why diabetics are prone to complicated infections. Non-healing wounds. We hear a lot of diabetics that have gangrenous wounds that require amputation already. So high sugar levels can cripple our immune system. Do you have seasonal allergies? That's a sign of a weak immunity. So what is seasonal allergy? That includes bronchial asthma, sensitive nose, sensitive eyes, sensitive throat. Does your throat, eyes commonly feel itchy? When you come when you enter an air-conditioned room, it's suddenly cold. Does your nose react? Do you sneeze when you wake up in the morning because it's cold? Signs of a problem in the immune system. Sensitive respiratory system. So other signs, skin problems can be a sign of weak immunity. Usually the skin problems are chronic, long-term, on and off, seasonal, like psoriasis, skin allergy, skin asthma, eczema, urticaria. Usually repeating skin problems are a sign of immunity defects. Do you have trouble sleeping, insomnia, or trouble waking up and being alert? You feel sluggish in the morning and you have a hard time concentrating if you just have woken up. Do you have bowel or gut problems? Do you choose your food carefully because your stomach is sensitive? Do you get indigestion or gas or bowel problems? How come you ate the same food, the others are fine? How come you develop diarrhea-like symptoms? So you might have sensitive digestive system. A sensitive digestion can be a sign of a weak immune system. So let's not ignore this. Let's not ignore these. If you have these symptoms, it means the body is signaling you that it's already weak. You should take care of your body more carefully, starting now. The immune system is our best doctor. It's a combination of various organs. It's very well organized. They communicate with each other from head to toe. It involves the whole body and billions of white blood cells. It's very effective provided you take care of the body. So it protects our body from harmful substances, germs, viruses, bacteria, microbes, even tumors. Let me reiterate or let me stress that the immune system has the capacity to prevent cancer formation. It can fight off cancer. And a strong immune system. If you get sick, it helps in recovery. The immune system is very crucial for repair of damaged tissues. That's why we have COVID-19 patients who are asymptomatic. They don't even have fever, no cough, no cold. Why do some COVID patients die? They have the same diseases, or they have the same virus, COVID-19. So why do some people die? Why do some people, they don't even have fever? It is because of the immune system. That's how important the immune system can protect us. So let's be serious in taking care of the immune system. And this is prevention. This is better than cure. A strong immune system can protect us from different kinds of diseases. So now I'm going to the more important part of my lecture. How do we take care of our body? Yes, I want my body to fight. How? How do we do it? How can we strengthen our immune system? So, 6 ways. This is not a 5 out of 6. You don't get to choose. Doc, I choose to do 5. I won't stop smoking. That's not how it goes. You should do them 6, everything. All 6 out of 6. Okay, so first is stop unhealthy habits. If you're a smoker, stop it right now. Smoking kills. Smoking is dangerous to your health, period. There is no more debate. Even vape, even e-cigarette, anything that you can add smoke into your lungs, stop it. It is not healthy. Okay, even one puff, even the second-hand smoke, some of my friends get offended. I tell them to get out. If you're gonna smoke, don't do it right in front of me. Go outside the room, that's where you smoke, come back after 5 minutes, after you're done smoking. I don't want to catch your second-hand smoke. So, if you're a smoker, try to quit. I have so many friends who have done it. It's hard, but it's not impossible. Okay. If you're gonna drink alcohol, just like soft drinks, drink only on special occasions. Don't drink regularly. So if you're gonna drink alcohol, birthday, celebration, Christmas, that's fine. Okay? And if you're gonna drink, don't drink too much. So drink on occasion, and when you drink, just 2 bottles of beer. That's enough. 2 shots of hard liquor, the 40% alcohol. And if you're gonna drink wine, 2 glasses of wine. That's drinking moderately. So especially if you're gonna drive, drink responsibly, not just moderately. Okay, so stop unhealthy habits. Second way, it's very healthy if you exercise every day. So this can waken up all the organs, including the mind, including the brain, including the immune system. It keeps our body, alert. It strengthens the muscles, the bones. It makes our reflexes fast. That's why people who regularly exercise, they can still run at the age of 60, 70, 75. I have senior citizens doing marathon, 42 kilometers, and they run fast for a 65-year-old. I always ask them, how young when you started running? They always answer 20, usually. Exercise is very, very good for the entire body. It can make the muscle strong. And don't forget, the heart is a muscle. That's why exercise can prevent heart diseases. It can improve the circulation of the blood to prevent the cholesterol blockage. And from sweating, we sweat a lot when we exercise. The good news, through sweating, we can remove the toxins, chemicals that have been accumulating inside our body. So many health benefits I recommend you do this minimum 30 minutes every day. No less than 30 minutes. Maximum, how long? 90 minutes, not more than 90 minutes. Okay, so 30 to 90 minutes every day. Third way to make us healthy, try to minimize stress. Life today is very stressful. So stress from the bills, stress from finances, stress from work, stress from family, personal problems, no? Stress from traffic. We have so many sources of stress. That's why usually people age faster nowadays. Our wrinkles come out, start to appear, white hair starts to grow. So how can we avoid stress? I don't think that's possible. Life is stressful. So what should we do? We should find activities that relieve stress from the body. It takes away the stress. Stress, when it accumulates, it is very, very bad for the body. You can just collapse because of too much stress. So maybe you should ask yourself, what relaxes you? I get so many different answers. So some people, they tell me walking the dog relaxes them. That's what you should do regularly, especially if you're stressed. Doc, I am relaxed when I bake, when I cook. Then do some cooking if you're stressed. Some have a 2-hour massage. So for me, my stress reliever is exercise. I love to run. So running takes away my stress. So I usually do my runs every afternoon. A while ago, I did my 12-kilometer run to remove my stress. So the important thing is you should remove the stress from your body. Find relaxation activities. Number 4, get the proper sleep per night. Average, you should sleep 8 hours every night, not during the day. Do not count the day. The body can really recover. The body has a schedule. It's called the body clock. You cannot fool your body. It knows when it's daytime. It knows when it's nighttime. You should sleep 8 hours average at night. That's the maximum recovery and rest that the body needs. So, number 5, continue doing the good habits that we learned from COVID-19, from this pandemic. Frequent hand washing, frequent sanitation, face mask, the wearing of a face shield or face mask is enough. It can prevent entry of different types of pathogens, harmful chemicals, not just viruses, not just COVID-19. So, even if COVID-19 is gone, even if we have already the vaccine, I think it is best that you should continue these habits. Do not stop from doing them. They are very protective when it comes to avoiding diseases. And finally, number 6, you cannot be healthy if you don't get enough nutrition. Have a diet high in fruits and vegetables because that's where we get our multivitamins, minerals, micro and macronutrients. So, I can see the children, majority of them, do not like eating vegetables nowadays. That's why we have FirstVitaPlus, so that we can bring the people back to eating vegetables. This is FDA approved. Vita approved, HALAL certified. So, we have a product that is very good for health. It contains vegetables. Okay, so let's talk about the 5 vegetables contained in FirstVitaPlus to boost our immune system. This is not a drug. You don't need to be a doctor to join the program. You are just promoting vegetables. So, whatever your background is, welcome. You can do this program. You have doctors, that's a bonus. That will help you. No? But this is not a drug. Remember, this is not a medication. This is a food supplement. Okay, let's talk about malunggay. That's the number 1 most nutritious plant in the Philippines. Among the world, it's still number 1. Malunggay is a powerhouse of nutrition. You can see here, oranges contain lots of vitamin C, but malunggay has 7 times more. Carrot is rich in vitamin A, malunggay has 4 times more. Vitamin A in carrots, yes, 4 times malunggay. Calcium, I think that's why milk, what's one of the highlights of milk? It contains lots of calcium. Malunggay contains 4 times calcium. Bananas are rich in potassium. Malunggay contains 3 times more. Yogurt is a rich source of protein. Malunggay has 2 times protein more than yogurt. These are very healthy products. But compared to malunggay, malunggay has more nutritional value. So that's why medical doctors and nutritionists call this the miracle tree. It's a small leaf, but contains so much nutrients. So what else? Malunggay, in one of the latest research, has been found to help in more than 300 different types of diseases. So this is our best vegetable to combat a wide variety of conditions. It enhances wound healing. It has antibiotic properties and known worldwide to increase breast milk production. It can help mothers with their breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is still best for babies up to 2 years old. So it can really help with the breastfeeding program. Number 2 is dahon ng sili, or chili leaves. So malunggay is horseradish. So Moringa oleifera is malunggay. Capsicum frutescens is dahon ng sili. Improves the blood circulation. Combine it with your exercise every day, you have a very healthy heart. Very effective blood circulation. You are very far from high blood. You are preventing the development of stroke, especially if you have already the family history of cardiovascular diseases. You should go lifestyle approach. So these can make the cardiovascular healthier. And dahon ng sili can help in pain relief. Pain relief like headache, migraines, dysmenorrhea, arthritis, gouty arthritis, anything related to pain can be helped by FirstVitaPlus because of dahon ng sili. Dahon ng sili is also a natural energy booster. Number 3, vegetable, is saluyot or jute leaves. Corcorus olitorius is the scientific name. It is very good anti-cancer. Why? Because it can help the body cleanse itself, remove the cancerous chemicals. How many hamburgers have you eaten in your whole life? How many liters of soft drinks have you drank? Do you eat hot dog? Do you eat pizza, processed meat? You should help your body detoxify, especially if you've eaten so many unhealthy foods. That's where saluyot comes in. So be prepared if you're going to drink FirstVitaPlus. You can get a diarrhea-like symptom. That's cleansing. Some of my patients, when they drink, they have frequency in urinating. That's no problem. They are cleaning the bowel. They are cleaning the urinary system to prevent from getting sick, including colon cancer, kidney stone, UTI. So a good urinary system and a good digestive system with saluyot. It is also good for the skin. So we can help people who have psoriasis, skin rashes, skin allergy, skin asthma, different types of skin diseases. Number 4, you have Philippine spinach. This is a very healthy spinach grown locally here. It's called uray or colitis. So spinach is, I think, more common term. So it improves the lungs. We should have a very strong lung, especially right now that we have a COVID pandemic. So COVID-19 is still there. It's still going around. So, but the good thing is if you have strong lungs, your body can help fight it off. I'm using FirstVitaPlus even before COVID for frequent cough, frequent cold, tonsillitis, frequent throat infection, bronchial asthma, tuberculosis. That's what TB stands for. This is tuberculosis. And bronchopneumonia, because these are signs of a weakened immune system of the lungs. So spinach can help us strengthen or make the lungs stronger. Urai or colitis is also high in zinc, by the way. And finally, number 5, the fifth one. So these are just 5 vegetables. We are on to the last. Talbos ng kamote or sweet potato tops. Ipomoea batatas is the scientific name. Talbos ng kamote is good for the blood. It's rich in iron, so you don't need to drink iron supplement. Ferrous sulfate. Stop drinking that. Just have vegetables. It will give you enough iron. So for people who are anemic, low hemoglobin, low hematocrit, so low red blood cell count, and even for dengue, I've been using FirstVitaPlus for 15 years. And I'm proud to announce that I am so far 100% successful in dengue patients. Every dengue patient that I make them drink FirstVitaPlus, 2 to 3 days, their platelet counts return to normal. So, actually, malunggay is also good for the platelet count. So, we have 2 vegetables that are good to increase the platelet count. So, talbos ng kamote and malunggay. Talbos ng kamote is the plant with the highest iodine. Iodine is a brain food. It makes us smart, especially if you have children. So you should give them FirstVitaPlus because the iodine will increase their IQ, make them perform better at school. And iodine is related to the thyroid. So if you're lacking in iodine, you can develop goiter or enlarged thyroid gland. So we have so many patients that took FirstVitaPlus for months at a time, 6 months, 8 months, and slowly their thyroid enlargement became normal. So their thyroid, their goiter decreased in size. So we have many thyroid patients who were able to improve their condition by drinking FirstVitaPlus. So these are the 5 vegetables contained in our products. So it is very handy, easy to prepare, portable. You can bring it anywhere. You have 5 vegetables that you can take anytime. If you're busy, if you're hectic, this is the product for you. It's good to taste. Children love FirstVitaPlus. So if your children don't eat vegetables, use this product. Problem solved. So your children will surely love the taste of FirstVitaPlus. Our market is for everyone. FirstVitaPlus is not only for the sick. Every person needs vegetables. That's why we give it whether you're sick or not. I just promote it to everyone. So it's proudly a Filipino product and it has a very reasonable price. We have so many drinks coming out that are more expensive than FirstVitaPlus, but they don't contain any health benefits. Look at your products. Look at the products in your convenience store, in the grocery. There are so many products selling right now that have a much higher price, but they don't have these kinds of benefits. So I recommend that we make a combined effort. Let's promote this product so that we can promote a healthier lifestyle. So what's good about the program is you're not going to do this alone. I'm going to be one of the doctors that will help you promote this product online. Okay, so every Wednesday, I will be here 8:30 to explain the product. You can invite anyone. No? So we have no limit when it comes to attendees here in our Zoom webinars. So you can choose any variant that you want. The fruit will give you an extra health benefit because fruits are very nutritious. So for example, the number 1 here, this one, this is guyabano. Guyabano can kill cancer cells. It can help increase the chance of overcoming your cancer. So I'm giving guyabano for the cancer prevention and especially if the patient has already cancer. Dalandan can add more vitamin C. So this number 2 is dalandan. Remember, they contain all the 5 vegetables. The fruit, dalandan, will give an additional vitamin C. Number 3 here, the orange one is melon. Very rich in vitamin A, good for the eyes, good for fertility. We have so many couples who are very successful in having a child because of drinking melon, because of vitamin A. Good for boosting your fertility. And this one, the pink one, is watermelon. It is for added energy. It's a very effective energy booster. So I'm giving watermelon for those who are physically active, especially at work. Is your work physically taxing? It requires your body, your strength. No? Who are the persons that I give usually watermelon? The military, the police, the athletes, the construction workers, any physical people that they need the added energy. I usually recommend the watermelon. So the fruit will give you an additional benefit. Choose which variant you like. We have the newest, titanium, fortified with vitamin C and zinc, and it is in dalandan. So it's very, very rich in vitamin C. In fact, one sachet can actually give you up to 3 times vitamin C that the body needs. So this is very good for COVID patients. We have a product that answers the pandemic right now. So this came out just this year, formulated specifically to give us the extra edge to fight COVID-19. So, for example, these are testimonies from the patients who had COVID-19. So Maria Loresca is a frontliner. She recovered in just 16 days. You know that COVID-19 usually takes 28 days for a full recovery. With FirstVitaPlus, look at this, from 28 days, it took her only 16 days for a full recovery. We did a swab to make sure that she is really recovered. She is swab negative after 16 days. So she recommends taking Plus Forte, the FirstVitaPlus Plus Forte, 4 sachets a day. So let's spread the word to all COVID-19 patients. Take FirstVitaPlus, 4 sachets a day. And this is Ermond Jacobo, a patient who has leukemia, very high risk, very low immune system because he has a cancer of the white blood cells, the immune system. And he got infected with COVID-19. He took FirstVitaPlus, and even though he is high risk, he completely recovered from COVID-19. So FirstVitaPlus can really help with the immune system. So we have no approved therapeutic claim. This is not directly towards the disease. The immune system and the vegetables go hand in hand. You need them both to fight off the disease. So I think Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said it best. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. So thank you for listening to my lecture. Welcome to FirstVitaPlus.